Hello, everybody, and welcome to the triumphant return of your favorite movie review podcast show, Is It Kino? Not to be confused with Is It Keto, my follow-up series about my new diet, where I eat nothing but meat and vegetables. Now, speaking of diet, Florian Himsel, welcome back to the show. People, after all this time, are dying to know, what kind of pizza did you have for lunch today?
Oh man, I had a very good mushrooms and ham pizza. Very, very delicious. Oh my god.
There's no corn on
it?
Restaurant. Where's the corn?
Can't have corn every time.
Wait,
corn special.
How often do you have corn?
Very rarely, actually. I had a new recipe where I just made just corn from a can and then meat, and that was so good. Damn it, you gotta try this.
Oh, I eat a very similar thing. Every day I eat tuna from a can, and then I'll throw in some peas that I put in the microwave. It's really good.
Perfect.
Tuna and peas and pizza corn over there. Corn pizza. Hey, everybody.
Microwave, really?
Now, this show, other than reviewing Florian's daily pizza eating habits, we also sometimes talk about movies. Now, Florian, I don't know if you know this, but it's been, maybe 4 or 5 months since the last Kino episode, and I think at least half a dozen movies came out in theaters since then, so we've got quite a lot of Kino catch-up to do today. And my question to you is, where should we start? Which movie are you you're itching to discuss on Kino?
It's gonna be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
That was like the one we're gonna do, but then Erich quit and everything, so I guess I'm ready to replace Erich. I already went and saw the Feminist Frequency podcast about how Once Upon a Time is terribly misogynistic, because they just take this woman that was killed, and then they just don't even have her die, and she's saved by just white men being present and incidentally killing all the bad guys. How convenient and disempowering. Could you believe it?
Did they enjoy that some of the bad guys were women, and that Brad Pitt brutally, viciously beats the ever-living fuck out of a young woman? Did they enjoy that part?
Oh, they got real triggered about that one.
Did they really? They got mad that a psycho Manson family murderer got what she had fucking coming?
Well, not particularly because of that. It's just that they, I don't know, maybe just can't handle violence in general, but they thought it was the most vile thing ever.
You tell me they walked into a Quentin Tarantino movie with the preconception that they dislike violence? What were they thinking?
What were they thinking, indeed?
I watched a porno movie. Way too much sex. Not a fan of the whole sex thing. I don't know why I watched Backdoor Sluts 9.
Yeah, that sounds like something Anita would do, yeah. Doing sex.
Probably. Hey, whatever gets the clicks. Anita's all about those clicks.
Not anymore. She's been quite stagnant, actually. Oh no, poor Anita.
You're going to get an article written about you in The Verge. White man criticizes Anita's view count.
Oh no.
Game over. Florian canceled.
Oh no, not canceled. What will I do?
I guess just continue having money and living your life and being happy. What are they going to do to you? Kill you?
No, that sounds boring. I can't do that. I gotta be famous on the interwebs. How can I just live a boring life?
I think
I can't be cancelled.
If you want to be famous online, I think getting canceled would be the next big step in your career. I think people would really start coming in droves to watch you.
How did that work out for you?
Look at my fucking channel today, buddy.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It's doing a lot better than it was in January.
Sure is. It's quite impressive.
Yeah. But enough about me. We heard what Anita thinks. What did you think of Once Upon a Time in Kinowood?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed the characters, and then in the last 10 minutes I remembered it was a Quentin Tarantino movie and everyone died horribly. It was great.
Do you think
that was really satisfying, actually, the ending? Oh god, so good. Those damn hippies finally getting what they deserve.
Do you think the restraint from Tarantino in this film to only include one scene of actual vicious violence, is that a sign of him becoming a mature old man, or did it just not fit the story he wanted to tell? And in his 10th and final film, we can expect an all-out gore fest.
Well, is there a limit of how many films he will make?
Yeah, he said the next one will be his last one, if he is to be believed.
Like, that can't be true. Oh, that sucks.
I think from what I've read, he'll make his 10th and final film and then maybe transition into like making an HBO miniseries or being a playwright or something. So I think we'll still get
that would be-
Tarantino in the future.
Yeah, it'd definitely be better if he made series. We'd finally get more of him.
Yeah.
I mean, how important can it be to make movies if you could make series? That'd be like 10 times more content. I'd be up for that. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
make 10 great movies and then retire from movies and just do whatever the fuck you want on television. There's no restrictions there. You can just do anything on HBO.
Please do. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Have you seen HBO's Watchmen? What a show.
I haven't. Is that the next Kino topic? Do you wanna review Watchmen on HBO?
Oh, no. I don't. It's too early to review it. It's
Well,
just funny.
what do you
I guess
think of the
everyone.
pilot? I haven't watched it. I don't know what to. I haven't watched The Watchmen.
It wasn't that interesting, but it got pretty. It got a lot more interesting at the third episode, I guess, because there's this whole this woman that just tries to take down all of the heroes, and then she comes to this other part that we've had in season in episode one, where there's just a bunch of cops that all wear masks, and half of them have like superhero personas. So that's gonna be great to see what happens from that on.
Is this
Who's
show?
gonna be right?
What would you say is the better edgy superhero TV show? The Watchmen or the other one that you reviewed? I don't remember what it's called.
What was that one called? Damn it! Well, that one's probably better.
The Losers or what the fuck is that show
The
called?
Boys.
The
Yeah, that one
Boys.
actually. Yeah, I can't wait for that one to come back. Yeah, that'll be really good. I don't know.
Uh,
Watchmen is pretty early. It's still gonna have to
yeah.
see if it's gonna be worthwhile. A lot of people hate it, so
Why do
I
they
can't
hate it?
wait. I guess because it's all about strong women and they're fighting literal white supremacists. I don't know. I guess it
Wait,
hits too close to home.
The audience is defending the white supremacy of the show. Why can't the KKK be the heroes of my TV, my cartoon,
know.
live action cartoon?
Where's the KKK hero?
With
Nah, I
the masked hood.
I don't know. I guess they just expected different things, and less women. I don't know, or maybe it's just like too black for them. Hard to tell. Haha.
Well, well.
I mean, it's got like really cliche stuff of like black people being attacked by white supremacists. So I don't
Is
know.
that a cliche? That's just just like reading the news. Like, oh man, this news article is so cliche. Can't they come up with something new?
Oh shit!
Wow.
Is it a news thing? Is it a thing that happens a lot in the news?
Did you say is it a news thing? Because that's just inappropriate,
Yeah.
Florian.
A news thing? I don't know. Does it happen a lot? I don't know.
No,
Tell me.
not news, noose.
Oh, news.
Oops.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops, all nooses.
Oh no.
That's my favorite cereal. All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's enough meandering around topics of things that really who needs to hear about the Tarantino movie that came out a year ago. Let's talk about some newfangled Kino that is still in theaters to
baby.
this day. And I would like to start with a little-known Korean film. I was going to say little-known South Korean film, but that's redundant because North Korea does not produce movies, as far as I know, called Parasite. Florian, what did you think of Parasite?
Oh, it was pretty hard to get over having to read all the subtitles, but then it was really good. I love how, well, I guess all the things happen. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see this lower class family, and then they go scam the fuck out of these rich people.
Yeah,
And then in the end, it remembers there was a Quentin Tarantino movie and everyone died horribly.
Parasite was directed by Tarantino? Whoa! Two masterpieces in the same year. I'm guessing 95% of the audience has never even heard of this movie. Like I said, it's a Korean film. You have to read it with subtitles. It's probably in very limited release all around the world. But I would say if you enjoy good movies, this is one you should go out of your way to find. As Florian was saying, it's the story of a dirt poor Korean family living in abject poverty. and they finagle their way into scamming one of the richest families in their city by one by one eliminating the people who work for them and pretending that they have the credentials to replace those jobs. So, like, the dad will become the new driver for the billionaire, and the mom will become the housekeeper, and the son will tutor the kid. Obviously, it's if you enjoy scams and rags to riches to disaster movies, it's got everything you could possibly want.
And they would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for the other poor people. Damn.
Spoilers, Florian, spoilers. We just admitted nobody has seen it.
I kept it vague enough. I mean, there'd be some. I mean, just because there's other poor people that get in the way doesn't mean specifically what happened.
Now, here's where I wanted to talk about this movie. Are you familiar with the Twitch streamer Kit Boga?
No, tell me more.
Kit Boga is a guy who his sacred duty is to waste the time of those Indian and Pakistani tech scammers. You know how you'll get 100 phone calls a day, like, oh, hello, this is the Microsoft. You have a $200 refund to come in, and then they try to fucking steal your money.
I guess we don't get those in Europe.
Well, fuck you guys, because we get a shit ton of them here. But
I haven't gotten a spam call in like a year at least. Or ever even.
Kit Boga will just play different characters, and he'll waste the time of these people. Like, he'll call them and pretend to be an old lady, pretend to get scammed. But it's all fake from his end. He never sends them any actual money. He just wastes their time so that they can't do this to other people while they're on the phone with him. And it's very obvious that the tech scammers are malicious people, but it reminded me of this movie Parasite, because there's one call that Kit Boga had where after he revealed that he was just trolling them, the tech scammer said, oh, well, we here in India, we are very poor, and everybody in America is very rich. So who cares if we steal a couple $100 from them? They can afford it, but it means so much to us. And I always thought, well, fuck you. You're still a thief and a scammer and a piece of shit, and you're the villain here. But then I watched this movie, and for some reason, I am rooting for the people who are in the exact same position as the Indian tech scammers who keep fucking calling my phone. These people who are living in fucking poverty, who
so you're gonna give them money now?
No, I'm saying it's causing a kerfuffle in my mind of why do I hate these Indian tech scammers so much, who are essentially in the same exact position of poverty, trying to steal from who they assume are much richer people. Do we have such a kill the rich attitude that we support these characters and we root for them, or do we acknowledge that they're thieves and scammers, and no matter how clever and talented they may be at doing it, it's still disgusting? How did you see it? Because for you, this movie must have been a horror film.
Oh yeah, for sure. Why did he even have to die? He didn't do anything wrong, damn it.
Yeah, you're thinking I'm never hiring a housekeeper or a driver or anything. They're gonna fucking rob me and kill me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't trust anyone like that anyways. I hope I never have to hire anyone. I mean, I don't know if you'd ever need it anyways. I mean, just live in a small apartment. You never have to clean up a lot at all.
Or live in a trailer park like I do. I know. I'm the Indian tech scammer in our relationship. You're the rich businessman, and I'm just waiting for my chance to fucking get some of that Florian dollars, baby. Yeah, I'm moving out.
Oh my god, the scam is happening. Yeah, I just gotta watch my credit card information. It could be around anywhere. Maybe that's why you wanted the camera. You're just looking if I left the credit card laying around.
I'm waiting for you to not pay attention, and you'll like pick up your credit card and hold it up to the camera by accident, and I'll see all the numbers on it.
Yeah, it's so stupid that all the information you need is written on the credit card. What's the point of it even having a chip? Come on.
Good point. So,
what's this security?
In terms of the genre of the film, I joked that you probably, as a man of wealth yourself, you probably saw it as a horror film, whereas I saw it as a man of poverty myself. I saw it as a dark comedy, because as tense and dramatic and serious it was also so brilliantly set up where every single tense moment was also a hilarious, like, sitcom-esque situation. Did you see it that way? Did you get any humor from this movie?
Oh yeah, it was definitely
Oh,
hilarious. A lot
good.
of funny stuff happens. I mean, that was surely on purpose. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus, the way she runs up the stairs and then she gets kicked. I mean, that was definitely funny on purpose, right?
Well, the reason I had to ask is because I went to see this with my brother and his roommate. And my brother's roommate was sitting there stone-faced and horrified, whispering, "Oh my God, it's gonna get fucked up. This is so fucked." And I'm like, "Are you not enjoying yourself at all?" Like he was having like a panic attack, stressed out nightmare, whereas I'm sitting there chuckling every couple seconds because of how funny it all is.
I mean, who are you gonna root for anyways? They're all
That's the question.
equally
That's the
poor.
question. Who do you root for? That
I mean,
seriously.
obviously root for the rich family that didn't do anything wrong. Jeez.
Yeah.
So whatever happens to the bad guys, who cares? They fucking let them suffer. It's their own fault for getting into this situation.
Well, the what?
They could have just stopped at providing a good service. Jeez.
Well, the way I see it, the poor family, while they were lying about their credentials and essentially scamming the rich family, they were still providing the services. The dad was a decent driver, other than he smelt like a Subway. The mom cleaned the house and cooked the shitty ramen just fine. The daughter made up. I mean, the child psychiatry is all fucking made up bullshit anyway. So really, she's just joining in on a scam that has been running for decades by pretending to understand the psychology of a 6-year-old kid's paintings. And the
Damn.
son is genuinely tutoring English. So on that level, they're actually providing the service that they're getting paid for. They just had to lie, cheat, and steal to get the jobs. It's not that, in my mind, it's not that far different from just American capitalism in general. Am I wrong? It's a dog eat
Holy
dog
shit.
world. If I want to get a job, I have to fucking lie on my resume and I volunteered 5,000 hours at the blah blah blah. You have to sell yourself if you want to be competitive in this fucking capitalistic economy. Am I wrong?
Well, if you're gonna take the risk of like them finding out eventually that it was all a scam, I guess they really could have just stopped at having like 2 people work there, and then they would have definitely not been found out. Oh well, I guess
Well,
they just had to keep going with their greed until it was so obvious that anyone could just blow the whistle on them easily.
the only I think they were basically morally aligned with being half decent people until they started poisoning the housekeeper so that the mother could replace her. And then when they discover that the housekeeper's, I don't know if we want to spoil this, but the housekeeper comes back into the
Damn.
picture and she threatens to expose the scam. And their response, I think it's hard to really support their choices from then on out. But in the first half of the movie, I didn't think they were such terrible people.
Well, I mean, they wanted to make peace after a while, and the housekeeper didn't want to give up. I mean, everyone was just trying to protect themselves, and also they didn't give a shit about doing the right thing, so
That's
it all made
capitalism,
sense.
Florian. That's capitalism. The film is the perfect embodiment of what
That can't be
capitalism
right.
is. Of
But
course it is. Capitalism
no.
is a competition. You're always fighting against your fellow man to make the most money.
But they were the poor people. They weren't supposed to be the greedy ones. Normally, only
What do
rich
you
people are
mean?
greedy.
The poor people are the greediest.
Well, are they? Aren't the poor people the most generous? That's why they're poor, after all.
What?
When you see poor people and then you see a charity, they're going to be more generous than anyone else. And why? How does it benefit them? They're already poor. They should have the money.
I don't know what poor people you're hanging out with. I don't know anybody who donates shit to anything other than
Damn.
people in my Twitch chat who give me 8 bits a day.
Yeah, they're all
That's
poor,
real
and
charity,
they do it.
folks.
Come on, earlier you saw Ben Saint donate. I mean, he's probably poor, right? And he's donating. They can't be stopped. They they just like to give their money away.
Yeah, Ben Saint should be smart and try to pull a scam on Florian Himsel like I am.
Oh boy.
So, what is your final verdict on Parasite? Is it Kino? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's really good considering I even liked it despite having to read the subtitles.
Yeah, I'm also anti subtitles myself. That's why I exclusively watch dubbed anime, and everybody hates me
Yeah,
for it.
baby. Dub
But
bro.
I think this is gonna go down as one of my favorite films of the year, and I would highly recommend it to every single person listening at home.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty good movie.
All right. Now, Florian, I actually saw Parasite as a double feature with
Ooh.
Jojo Rabbit, the newest film from Thor Ragnarok and What We Do in the Shadows director Taika Waititi. The story of a young Nazi boy who is best friends, well, whose imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler, and Adolf Hitler is played by the director himself, Taika Waititi. Now, Florian, I'm surprised you had access to this movie, since
Yeah.
it's anti-Nazi propaganda. I didn't think it would be legal in your country.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. There's no anti-Nazi propaganda, please. Have you seen the movie called He's Back, by the way, at any point?
No, is that the comedy about Hitler coming back in the modern day?
Yeah, and it's like really, I mean, really playing it straight. He's like really back, and he's really getting famous, and he's ready to bring in a new Nazi reign at the end, and that got in the movies just fine. So there you go. Anything will do.
And then at the end, does he peels off his mask to reveal that he's really Donald Trump and that the movie was a documentary?
No, it's a few years ago, so that couldn't have happened
Oh,
yet.
well, that's too bad.
Yeah, maybe they should make a sequel where it's just Donald Trump as Hitler.
Yeah, I bet you would fucking love that. You jerk off to that
Would I?
movie every day.
Yeah.
What did you think of Jojo Rabbit?
It was all right. Sorry.
You know, no. Don't say sorry. I think I did myself a disservice by watching Parasite and JoJo back to back, because after the masterpiece that was Parasite,
Yeah,
JoJo,
of course.
it seemed not mediocre really, just less impressive in comparison.
Wait,
It-
so is it good or bad?
I'd say this is going to be the lowest review I ever give to a good movie, because
So it is good. Oh no.
I'd say it felt like a watered down Wes Anderson film, and I don't even like Wes Anderson films to begin with. So it was a real struggle for me to appreciate every frame of a building has to be perfectly symmetrical, and the comedy is so quirky, XD, and blah blah. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The only saving grace is Taika Waititi as Hitler. Every time Hitler was on screen, the movie was a 10 out of 10,
Wow.
9 out of 10. But the rest of it, all the non-Hitler content, was kind of generic, wannabe, quirky, XD, Wes Anderson-esque. Do you concur?
You really like that gay Hitler that much?
I
don't
thought
know,
it
that
was really
pretty-
funny. I love
I mean-
Hitler comedy.
Yeah, I love Hitler comedy too, but you can't just like he's just gay the entire time. That's the joke, really.
The joke's not that he's gay. What are you talking about?
Dude, that was the gayest Hitler I've ever seen. If that wasn't a gay Hitler, I don't know what is.
The joke wasn't that Hitler is gay. It's that he's like, in reality, he's a very stern, serious man who just shouts and doesn't really have a personality. But then in this movie, he exists as the imaginary friend of a 10-year-old kid, so he's very flamboyant and excited and personable and just having a good time, having a ball. I thought it was hilarious. It's funny to see somebody who looks exactly like Hitler, dressed up as Hitler, fucking dancing around and swimming in a pool and shit. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing is that I just don't like the comedy of what's he called? Watiti?
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, Watiti. Okay, so yeah, I tried to watch They Live in the Shadows, and I got like half an hour in before it just became too cringe for me. It was so unfunny. Holy shit!
Florian,
I've never seen worse.
Florian, I have to confess something to you.
You never saw it?
No. Before I went to see this one, I had not yet seen What We Do in the Shadows, so I wanted to check it out.
Whoa.
I also stopped like half an hour, and I couldn't stand
Oh,
it.
shit.
I hated it. I like Thor Ragnarok. He did a good job in Thor.
Yeah, he was a good part of it too. I mean, the part that he acted, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Even though there were some dumb jokes that you could tell were definitely his, but but this one was only dumb jokes that you could tell that were his. So I guess there you go.
So Jojo Rabbit, we gave a brief synopsis, but it's a story of a young Nazi who he believes all the propaganda to the point where he worships Hitler and thinks he's his best friend. And about 90% of the comedy is derived from the parodies of Nazi propaganda of what Jews really are. So you'll have a scene where he's like, oh, Jews have horns and Jews can read each other's minds and Jews blah 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 blah. And I'll say, okay, I guess it's half clever. I'm not laughing at these jokes. I've got a slight smirk. Hopefully,
they weren't jokes. That were like actual things they said about them. I
right,
think.
but it's played for laughs in the movie because he's spoiler alert. He's interrogating a Jewish girl who his mom is hoarding in the house. So it's like her replies are like, oh, yep, that's true. Yep, I'm reading your mind right now. Yep, and it's supposed to be quirky and cute and funny. But there are 4 or 5 individual scenes of literally the same exact thing. This same thing happens over and over. It's half of the fucking movie. And I didn't even enjoy it the first time it fucking happened. It just kept doing the same joke over and over again.
Yeah, I just didn't assume it was a joke because they were like literally demonizing the Jews in the actual Nazi Reich. I don't know. I really liked the scenes that the girl and the boy had.
Well, that's because you thought the girl was hot.
What?
Don't worry.
An underage girl?
No.
No.
What do you mean underage? I looked it up. The actress is 18, buddy. We're all good to go. No worries.
You liar. You want to fuck Anne Frank. Admit it.
I already fucking did, dude.
Holy shit. How did you find her corpse? Oh my god.
Well, what can I say? These skinny, starving Jewish girls with brunette hair, they really get to me. What can I say? What can I say?
Damn. Yeah, skinny is attractive, isn't it? Damn.
Wow. Well, what is
so anyways, it was obviously very unrealistic because my invisible friend Hitler always tells me to kill the Jews. I don't know how he even got to talk to this Jewish girl without Hitler just going wild. How did he manage? Unrealistic Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler should have always been there to stop him from interrogating the Jewish girl.
Yeah,
I felt the movie sells itself as a satire against hatred, and my question to you is: do you think it was successful? Do you feel less hateful in your heart after seeing this movie?
Well, I don't think that was. Well, maybe that was the point, but that's not how I saw it. I saw it that it was. Just when I saw the trailer, I usually don't watch the whole trailer, so I usually don't get the right idea. But it looked like it was gonna be the most edgy movie ever, and it was not. It was completely non-edgy.
Yeah. No edges to be found.
That the Nazis were very unsympathetic, as you would expect.
Well, yeah, they're literal Nazis in this case. So.
Well, although, I mean, that was the one guy who was pretty heroic in the end. But
yeah. Which, how could I always forget his name, but he's one of my favorite actors working today. That pisses me off. What is his,
Oh, well, guess you'll have to look him up.
It's Sam Rockwell. His name's right there on my wall because I have a 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri poster. Sam Rockwell.
Oh, that was him. Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is consistently the standout actor of anything he's in. 3 Billboards comes to mind. This movie comes to mind. Even Iron Man 2, he is the best part of that fucking movie.
He was in Iron Man 2?
He was Hammer Industries, the Hammer guy, the rival to Tony Stark, who hates him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely the sympathetic Nazi. I guess that was good, but I don't know. It felt like maybe it was just the wrong time, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we're
this
gonna lose."
This movie came out at the wrong time. You're saying?
No, it's just portraying like the downfall of the Nazis, and everyone is like, "Yeah, they're gonna lose. We can tell," and I don't think that's great. I mean, yeah, okay, so everyone knows what's gonna happen, and all the people that somehow have future vision where they also know what's going to happen. I don't know, that doesn't seem brilliant to me. And obviously, when we see this Jewish girl, obviously he's gonna be redeemed pretty quick. So that was also pretty obvious. I don't know. Feels like the premise of Invisible Hitler is great, but what it is.
I agree. It's just a funny way to put it.
I mean, Hitler is just comedy gold.
He really is, yeah.
Or horror gold. He's good in anything. He is just a great character to have if you're gonna get away with it. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know. I seen better. I definitely seen better. You see, Look Who's Back, 100% better. That was probably the best Hitler ever. Well, maybe. And then, the downfall is we got the insane Hitler. That one's good too, I guess. It's
is
just
that
hard,
the one that has the meme where he's going 999?
That's the one, yeah.
Great scene.
And then we have the Hitler from We Are Number One, where that's also the downfall Hitler.
We Are Number One. What are you talking about? I don't remember it being in there.
You didn't see the Hitler edition. Oh, you're missing out.
Wait, in your catalog of Hitler films, you classify a YouTube poop of We Are Number One as one of the top 5?
It's much more than that. Okay, it's probably the most impactful Hitler of all time. Unfortunately, it's blocked in my countries. I have not been able to see it, but I used to watch it a lot.
Well, thankfully, this podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. Do you live in Austria and want to watch We Are Number One Hitler Edition? Sign up with our promo code Kino69. That's right, Kino69.
You wish.
Well.
So wait, they ask everyone, are you actually getting a sponsorship?
NordVPN had a massive information breach and everybody's shit got leaked. So fuck NordVPN, dude. They can suck my monkey dick.
Holy shit, I forgot about that already. I'm so smart.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyways.
So would you say Jojo Rabbit is Kino, and would you recommend it to your fellow Austrians?
No, I think Vatiti, I guess he's got one good movie and that's it. And now he's just trying to reclaim his glory from Thor Ragnarok, but he can't do it.
I would say the movie, like you said, it's not edgy. It's completely inoffensive. It's absolutely predictable. The Hitler comedy I enjoyed, but otherwise it didn't bring anything new to the table. But I would still recommend it as like you're bored on a Sunday afternoon. You need something kind of cute and halfway funny to watch. I'd say it wouldn't hurt to pop in Jojo Rabbit. It's worth seeing Taika Waititi's Hitler.
Yeah, I guess he as Hitler is almost fine.
Almost fine.
Well, you should still watch Look Who's Back. That's like the best Hitler movie, I guess. Do it.
All right, Florian. All right. People have, other than your corn pizza habits, people have also been dying to know, what is your opinion on the first R-rated film to hit $1 billion? That's right, one, The Jokester, rated R. What's your consensus? Did it change your life to see yourself portrayed on the big screen?
Holy shit, myself? Oh my god. Well, I still don't know if I like the Joker movie. I really like the Joker.
What? I didn't know I was podcasting with Jenny Nicholson.
Holy shit. Hey, I liked Jenny Nicholson's video, okay, until I started watching the response by Mauler, and I guess now I don't like it as much.
Wow, opinion change.
She makes a lot of factual errors, I guess. I never guessed.
Well, as I was telling you on Discord, I haven't watched the Mauler 11-hour response, but I also didn't bother to click on the Jenny Nicholson video when it popped up, because I unironically believe that a cute white woman, her opinion on Joker is irrelevant because she could not possibly relate to it in any fucking way at all, so I don't fucking care what she thinks.
Wow, that is amazing. You're just another misogynist, just like your friend Mauler.
Sure.
Terrible.
That's fine.
I am so triggered right now.
What perspective could fucking Jenny Nicholson bring to the Joker movie that would influence my opinion or beliefs at fucking all? Oh,
I,
I'm a wealthy, successful, cute white woman with no mental illness. Man,
wow.
why did I not like the Joker movie? Oh, I fucking wonder, Jenny.
It's completely unrealistic, okay? We got so many completely ridiculous things happening to Joker. There's no way that anyone could have 3 bad things in a row happen to them, okay?
What? What are you fucking talking about?
I
Have you
can't
been
think of a
watching my
single
life in the
person.
last year, bitch?
I can't think of a single person that had several bad things happen to them
God
in a row.
damn it, no.
Maybe in a year. That's ridiculous. Who would have so many bad things happen to them?
You're gonna get what you fucking deserve, motherfucker. Where's my gun?
How about you get what you deserve? What if you have
I got what I deserved.
what if a fan comes onto your show and just because you made fun of it? What if Pickle Rick had shot you, huh? What then?
I didn't make fun of Pickle Rick. I defended the man's honor and invited him on my program.
I don't know if the Joker would see it that way. I think
The only
Murray
people who are
did a
going to
lot.
kill me, in order, Asperger, Endless Jess, Digibro, Psy, King Critic. Those are the people who I'm afraid will come kill me. Anybody else, fuck them.
Oh man, King Critic, what happened with that?
Hopefully he abandoned the internet as he should.
Wait, is that the one where he was accused of being a pedo? Was it by Meat Man? No, that can't be right.
No, it wasn't an accusation. It was a confession in the Mumkey Jones Discord server. He got into a call with 12 people and explained his life story, and they recorded it.
Why do I feel like it was done by Meat Man? Was it done by Meat Man?
I think it was Cream Man.
They have a Meat Man and a Cream
There's
Man.
too many
No wonder I
mans.
can't keep.
This is like
Yeah,
this,
especially
this,
food
this, this is
related.
the scene in Infinity War when they
Yeah,
find out
no.
that there's a Spider-Man and an Ant-Man.
That's what I was. So, anyways,
Why did you dislike Joker?
I just want to say, oh my God, Mahler. Jenny was like, yeah, it's ridiculous. Such bad things could never happen to him. And then they went on for like half an hour about how spoiled she is. Just like here, you fucker. God, how do you even know she's rich just because she's got a big porg? Come on, man.
Because of when she lists her patrons at the end of each video, it's about 5,000 names. That's how I know she's rich.
Is that right? But you made about 5,000 a month at some point.
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, my friend.
Well, damn. I guess. Well, you can be there again. Imagine.
This is
people
not
assume
about
you were
my
rich.
fucking financial state. I want to know Florian's opinion on Joker.
We're getting there. Jeez. Let me some small talk. Yeah.
Small
Fine,
talk.
all right.
In Austria, it's small talk like, hey, how much do you make a month? Oh, cool. This is how much I make.
Well, it's not even invisible, really. Okay, anyways. So, yeah, I find the Joker disappointing, but I really love the actual character of the Joker. Oh my God, Joaquin Phoenix, so fucking good. And I guess we have the same. I mean, we had Jared Leto, was it? He was terrible, and then he's followed by Joaquin Phoenix, which is the opposite of what happened with Hitler, because he was portrayed really good in the previous movies, and then Watiti comes and he sucks at it. But anyway, it's a joke.
How dare you?
Yeah, another shot in there. All right. So yeah, he was great, but then just the part when I first saw it, I felt that it was there's too much of his suffering that was shown and not enough of his rampage, and he didn't do any masterminding. I feel like the Joker should have had like a great plan that just comes together in the end in a beautiful way. But this Joker had a shitty plan that came together and he almost got killed. Fucking hell. I don't even know how much he planned, probably none of it. It's sheer luck that he managed to get on that show before. Well, I mean, there were so many coincidences that were just sheer luck. I feel like the Joker should never rely that much on luck. Anything that happened in the movie was just such an incredible coincidence. He got famous in 2 ways for 2 separate things. Come on, does that make sense?
So what I'm hearing, Florian, and I'm not going to shit on you, but it sounds to me like your criticisms are that you wanted an entirely different movie, because the things you're saying are just straight up not what they were going for. That's not the vision Todd Phillips had for his film or his character. It's not supposed to be the brilliant mastermind Joker. It's supposed to be the fucking loser down on his luck who society beats down again and again, who accidentally sparks a revolution, then plans on committing suicide after being nationally humiliated on television. But after getting his meds taken away, he decides, fuck killing myself. I'm going to get revenge. He doesn't have to be brilliant. He's just himself.
Oh no, the meds weren't making him better. They're making him complacent, so he can't kill everyone who he wants to kill and become the super villain he was meant to be. Damn.
There are a lot of quotes people take away from this movie, but the one that struck the chord with me the most, that I never see anybody talk about, is when he paints his face all white and his ex-work friends come over, the little guy and the big guy, and he says, I stopped taking my medication. I feel a lot better now. And for a second, I was like, oh my fucking God, I need to get back on my meds. Holy shit. I'm going crazy.
Holy shit.
So that struck a chord with me. That is some good shit.
You're going to be like Captain Marvel when you take off your meds. You're going to fly. That the only thing holding you back. Nah, anyways, man. I don't know.
That was the plot of Captain Marvel?
Maybe. Wow. I mean, she took the thing off and she could fly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I did expect the wrong movie, but I saw the trailer and I got the biggest boner ever for that trailer. That is such a good trailer. And then you watch the movie and that was all there was. The trailer is just some vague shit about him dancing and I guess becoming the Joker. But then you see that like the clip from the trailer where he says, "Oh, it was actually a comedy all along." That happens like half an hour at the end. I would have assumed that would have happened a little bit sooner. I would have assumed that that's like the starting point. Why do you put the final thing of him realizing who he is at the end? Why do you put that in the trailer? Come on, that's not representative. And it was the best trailer ever, and it gave me a boner. Why didn't they make the best movie ever and give me a boner, huh? Would that have been so much to ask for? So probably.
If the marketing was more perhaps honest about the film, do you think your expectations would have been different and you would have enjoyed it more?
No, I think.
Oh well.
I think that it's just tragic because it could have been like.
No. His life is not a tragedy; it's a comedy. You missed that scene.
I don't know. It feels like they should have nailed that one down before they made the movie. Nah. Anyways. Oh, shit. Lost my train of thought. No, I can do this. I think it could have been like 10 times better if they had just like something cool where he actually made a plan in the end. I mean, Taxi Driver makes a plan in the end and he carries it out fairly well, doesn't he?
Joker, his plan was to go on the Murray Show and give him what he fucking deserved. And he did it on national television and it sparked massive riots and fucking destroyed the city. Like his plan caused utter chaos. He killed a man on national television, a live broadcast.
Ah, that's bullshit, man.
What do you mean? It's fucking bullshit. It happened. It's in the movie.
Yeah, well, that wasn't his plan, and if it was his plan, it was a stupid plan.
No, his plan wasn't to spark a revolution, and it was to specifically get revenge on Murray. And it just happened to spark the revolution.
Murray basically did nothing wrong, man.
That's not the question on the table right now. It's, did Joker have a plan? Whether or not Murray got what he fucking deserved is we're going back to Parasite, where we have to compare the rich and the poor.
Oh no, the Parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess he may have had a plan, but his plan was to get caught, and then I guess accidentally he got rescued in the end. I don't know.
No. After he kills Murray, I don't think Arthur Fleck gave a fuck what happened to him. He said during the interview, "They've took everything from me. I have nothing to live for anyway, so who fucking cares? Like, who cares anymore?" It was pure, is the term apathy? Or what's the philosophy where you don't care about anything at all?
Nihilism?
Yeah, it was pure nihilism. Life had beat this man down so brutally that he was a pure nihilist. And I think that's a great incarnation of the Joker. The pure nihilist who doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about starting a revolution. He doesn't care about anything anymore. After he shoots Murray, he would have been fine rotting in prison. When he was in the police car staring at all the carnage he caused, he was just smiling because he knew that he won. He didn't care if he got rescued.
Wow, he won. I guess he can set his goals that low. I guess...
Set his goals that low. He killed Murray.
Who didn't do nothing wrong.
He played his video and invited him on the show. Did you miss the scene? He explained his everything during the interview scene.
He was really nice to him before then. He could have just taken this opportunity to become famous if he hadn't killed all those people already. So he probably would have done so too if he hadn't killed those people. And that was completely coincidental to the other plot of him getting on the Murray show.
I think you, in your naivete, Florian, because as a Chad yourself, you've probably never experienced bullying before. But Arthur was never in a position to become famous. Murray was exclusively there to taunt him, mock him, belittle him, and invite him on the show to make fun of him again.
What are you talking about?
That's
was
literally what
really
happened.
Charitable.
No, he fucking wasn't. He invited him on because he's a laughing stock.
Fucked it up. Murray fucked it up. He could have made like the best show of his life, and he really cleaned his act up too. He put on the suit. He dyed his hair instead of having that stupid rug on his head. Or
you think he cleaned his act up by showing up in the clown makeup?
That was his best clown makeup, and he would be a fucking hobo if his best clown makeup was so shitty, and then. Like, as soon as he gets invited, then he puts on his real clown makeup that he had all along. He had that face paint, I assume, and that hair dye. He never used it, I guess.
I don't even know what argument we're having at this point.
I think Murray was making the best out of the situation.
I think Murray was bullying a mentally ill man on national television to get easy laughs.
The Joker purposely made like the worst joke, knock joke ever on national television that would clearly be against the rules that Murray laid out for him. What do you expect?
At that point,
it was nice.
At that point, he was already full nihilist and ready to just destroy everything about his life. I'm saying Murray showing Arthur's stand-up clips in the first place and mocking him was just cruel. It's just cruelty. Then they invite him on the show, not for redemption, not because they like him or think he's funny.
You don't know that.
No, because they want to keep the fucking joke going and keep laughing at this fucking guy forever. That's what the movie was.
Man, such a cynical outlook. I swear
it's a Joker movie. What the fuck? Of course it's cynical.
You don't know that. There could have been generally good chances that he's thrown away with his nihilism.
No,
he could have gotten on there, gotten famous. Bill Murray, maybe he felt bad for him, and that's why he invited him on, gave him a whole segment. Could have been great. Maybe he could have explained the laughing thing and then made like the best stand-up ever. It could have been great. But he didn't want to. He was nihilist. He just gave up on himself.
That's because when you live in a society that beats you down and doesn't expect you to werewolf and fight back, Florian, that's what they wanted. They wanted him to show up and be all, well, thank you for the opportunity. I know you humiliated me on national television, but thanks for inviting me on to make fun of me some more. No, fuck that. This is a movie. It's the rare piece of fiction where the man who gets shit on by society at every nook and cranny of his life finally fucking fights back, and when he gives them what they've been giving him for 40 fucking years, suddenly that's crossing the fucking line? I don't think so, folks!
You never laughed about anyone on your show. You never... What if someone comes on who was read out in your depression chamber and then you laughed about them? What if they come and kill you, huh? Will that be
the difference is they submitted their story to me. Murray did not ask Arthur's permission to make fun of him on television.
What if someone else submitted it to him, disguised as Arthur? What then?
I highly doubt that's what happened.
Well, someone must have sent it to him. Who could it have been?
Yeah.
Who created the Joker?
I'm not saying that I'm morally superior to fucking Murray Franklin in any way. I have a long history of mocking, berating, bullying, and laughing at people on the internet.
There you go.
Constantly. But I can still see the Joker's perspective and see how, sure, Murray making fun of him was shitty, but his entire fucking life was shitty. This is a man who had nothing, literally fucking nothing in every aspect of his life, and he finally found the opportunity to fight back, and it just so happened to be against Murray because that was the best way to do it for him.
That was the worst way to do it. It's just a guy that he liked on TV, and then he made fun of him. It's like,
imagine, At the beginning of the movie, Arthur has the fantasy of being on the Murray Franklin show, and Murray invites him up on stage, and he says, "You're a good guy, Arthur. I wish I had a son just like you." Like, that's his fantasy. He sees him as a father figure. He worships this Murray guy, and then Murray literally fucking humiliates and mocks him on television. That would be soul crushing. Absolutely fucking soul crushing. And people like you and Jenny Nicholson cannot even possibly imagine what that would feel like. You have no concept of empathy. None.
Damn it, that's exactly what you felt when Wings of Redemption talked about you, huh? In that one.
No, that was DSP, and I do not respect or care about DSP in the slightest.
Oh no, so you were fine with it. He was not your father figure? Damn.
Fuck no.
Well, come on, who the fuck has a father figure on the TV that he looks up like?
A mentally ill man like Arthur Fleck.
Well, there you go, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could slight anyone in any way without even knowing it, just because they're insane.
What do you mean slight? I'm not slighting him. I'm describing his literal characterization. I'm just describing it. It's not a slight.
All right.
What did I say that was a slight? He worships Murray, who is on television, and you asked, what kind of person does that? And I said, a man who is mentally ill. I don't see the slight.
Well, I thought that Murray only did a small thing. I don't know. What did I say?
Who can say? This is a Kino for the history books. The 100 years from now, they'll be discussing who was right on the Joker, who was wrong. We'll find out. You know, the victors write the history books, Florian. We'll see in the future.
It's still so tragic. This poor Murray, he did the least wrong out of all the people that were killed. And that was his big statement, was to kill the guy on TV that basically did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Tragic. But that wasn't all. The whole, maybe the whole thing was a dream. You know, that can fuck right off too, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff either.
Yeah, that's just tragic.
Yeah.
And also the whole every mention of Wayne, I think that was really weak. Just like, really, Wayne was possibly his father? Come on, that was the best you could think of. And putting Bruce in there, what the fuck? Come on, no one cares about Bruce. Batman's always the most boring thing he's in, and now he's even a child. Great.
Yeah, he's not even fucking fighting crime. Like, how boring. These are criticisms that I also agree with. I feel the weakest points of the movie were anything involving fucking Batman lore. I honestly wish the movie wasn't even a Joker movie. I wish it was the Arthur Fleck movie about a guy who puts on clown makeup. But the movie wouldn't have been made otherwise, and I love it for what it is, despite it having to shoehorn in these elements, and I can live with it.
I mean, it was pretty cool, and it had so many cool moments in it too. Like, holy shit, the thing with the midget where he couldn't reach the door, that was like the most hilarious thing ever.
I don't know if that's the preferred nomenclature, Florian.
You want to talk, holy shit.
They like being called Peter Dinklages.
Well, that makes sense, yeah. Oh my god.
You guys see that Dinklage? When he couldn't reach the door handle, he couldn't reach the lock? What a Dinklage.
Fucking laughter all around. That was such a scene. Oh my god.
See, that's more dark comedy. You gotta love this dark comedy in 2019.
Yeah, I know. It was brilliant. That part was great. I feel like they could have made it so much better if they had focused on stuff like that, and then the joke having an actual plan instead of just being really pathetic in the end.
I like that he's not intelligent. he doesn't even know how to spell. When you look at his notes, he's spelling words wrong all the fucking time. I'm fine with Arthur Fleck being a moron who accidentally inspired a revolution and was just trying to focus on getting what he wanted and what he needed, and everybody else just took it for themselves and ran with it, like the media does today. The media today will take any random thing and run with it and add a whole bunch of meaning to it that just isn't there. It happens all the time.
Oh yeah, like in the Joker movie when they thought, oh, it's gonna be so violent, it's gonna cause the incel uprising.
Yeah, even the media about the film proved the film right. It's just fucking bullshit, nonstop.
Damn, who could have seen it coming? And after all this guy was saying about, oh, we can't have proper comedy anymore, everyone has to be politically correct, and then he makes the Joker movie and everyone loves it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know, was he right? Was he wrong?
no. I think Todd Phillips was being a bit of a cringe lord in that interview.
Yeah.
I think if he made The Hangover Part 4 and it was as edgy as Hangover 1, people would like it just as much. I don't think
Was the Hangover edgy? I don't even remember.
Hangover was pretty fucking edgy. It had some things that I haven't heard in a movie in the last 5 years.
Wow, maybe I should watch
Things that
it
I can't
again.
say on
Damn.
Twitch, but I wish would come. Things that I say on YouTube all the time, mind you.
Wow.
Yeah.
If only we were still on YouTube. Ah, what a shame. We wouldn't have to censor ourselves. We could be as offensive as possible and ruin our careers.
Yeah,
If
people love those
only.
naughty words.
They sure do. Yeah, I guess we managed to review Joker without the N-word. We fucking did it.
Wow. So, Florian, I think I know your answer, but do you think Joker is Kino, and would you recommend it?
Begrudgingly, yes, just because it's
Wow.
the best Joker character ever. But I could have seen how the movie could have been better.
Yeah. I think Joker is also Kino, and much like Parasite, I would not be surprised if it ended up in my top 5 or at least top 10 list of the year. But we've still got about 2 months of Oscar bait to look forward to, so maybe it'll get edged out. Who knows?
Star Wars is definitely gonna be your number
Nope.
one movie of the year. It's gonna happen.
I'm not going to write it off, because as much as I hate Star Wars, if it's a really good movie, then I mean, I would have to put it in there. I just don't see that happening under any circumstance. It would have to be a
Holy shit.
miracle.
And maybe it'll be just like the Joker. Maybe Rey just becomes the next Joker. I mean, we see her having a red lightsaber, so clearly she's gonna be evil. Maybe she just has to put on a smiling face, and we'll have it. Finally,
She
the Rey
found.
that we deserve.
What if Rey turns to the dark side because she finds out her father is Thomas Wayne?
Oh no. Man, why was Thomas Wayne not played by Negan? That would have made everything better.
A plant
what
by
a shame.
Negan?
Yeah, the guy who played him in Batman v Superman. And he also is like a really known character from Walking Dead. He's the best.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So,
Well,
Florian, we
what a shame.
covered all the movies I was interested in. Are there any movies you've seen in the last few months that you're just dying to let everybody know your opinion on?
Damn, let me look up the movies of.
Well, clearly there's nothing that interesting to you if you don't have it off the top of your head.
There were some good ones. Definitely were, but now they don't show up. I guess it's too bad because you haven't seen most of them. What else have you seen? I guess there's Ad Astra, which we can discuss.
Yeah, I saw Ad Astra. I thought
Yeah.
Ad Astra was. It's a space movie about a guy who ventures off all the way to fucking Neptune or some shit. Really long space mission. So it's reminiscent of things like 2001 or Interstellar or all these movies that I think were better, but I would not say Ad Astra by any means is a bad movie. I thought it was, while it's my least favorite of its type, I still enjoyed it. And although some would say it's a bit anticlimactic, I would say it's exactly what it needed to be for the emotional growth of the character. People expect a big fancy space opera when really it's about this man and his relationship with his father. And I enjoyed it for that. What'd you think of it, Florian?
Did you ever see Apocalypse Now, by the way?
Yeah, I saw that one.
I kind of felt like it was like a space version of that because he just travels through this hostile territory where people just go increasingly insane, and then he meets the big bad, and he's surprisingly relatable.
Yeah. 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 It's
And
space
that one was
apocalypse now.
yeah, that one just came out as a remake or no, a remaster or whatever it was, and that was pretty good. So I guess it was a worse version of that. So I guess we're both seeing it as a slightly worse version of something good that we've recently seen.
Yeah. Are you surprised that Ad Astra, this Brad Pitt leading man space mission movie, was a huge financial flop, and I think lost Fox and Disney or whoever like hundreds of millions of dollars.
My mom actually saw that movie, and what she told me is that she's happy that Brad Pitt is finally looking like he's getting old. And I bet if she had seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she wouldn't have said that because he probably made a better figure in that one.
Well,
What do you think?
in Ad Astra, they really wanted to show the mental and emotional turmoil and torment of this character, and I think you can just see the stress in his face at all times. And it is, in many ways, a highly stressful movie, despite being ridiculously slow and oftentimes monotonous.
Just like real space travel.
Yeah,
God,
for sure.
have you ever seen such a crazy, slow-paced race scene where they
When they're on the moon cars? Yeah. Yeah.
the moon pirates? God, does that even make sense? Is it even worth risking like a moon buggy just to get some loot from someone else? I mean, surely a moon buggy is like the most valuable resource you could get there.
Well, this is a future where there's like a space station on the moon where people live, and I like that they included there's an Applebee's on the moon and like a TGI Fridays. I love the idea that this commercialized bullshit even goes to the moon once humanity migrates there.
I never tried Applebee's, but I feel like I'd want like a McDonald's there or something. Why not?
Do not go to Applebee's, dude. It's not fucking worth it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about them.
Yeah, don't. I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed by anonymous Applebee's chefs on Reddit that they literally microwave half of the food. I can't say for sure because it's fucking Reddit, but I would not doubt it based on the texture and taste.
Damn, what a disgrace. Oh.
Applebee's. Is it Kino? I would say no. No, not keto.
Guess I haven't seen it.
It's not keto either. It's nothing good.
Are you actually on a keto diet now?
No.
Is that real?
No.
Oh, okay.
Fuck no.
I don't know. I guess you wouldn't have to lose weight, so I guess that wouldn't make sense. Yeah. I guess you should eat all the carbs you can get.
Yeah, I should. I'm my BMI's like 20. I need to get my numbers up.
How do you manage? Food's so good, man. How do you not eat all of the food all of the time?
It helps to only have food that you don't like in your house, because then it's like, I don't really feel like eating that. I guess I'll just not eat.
But you buy your own food. How do you not get the good stuff?
Because I just buy cans of tuna and peas and then Dr. Pepper, and that's about it.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
I get these microwave meals, and they're really good.
Well, you guys saw I was eating a Hot Pocket earlier, so I mean, I also eat my
good.
daily breakfast Hot Pocket.
I'd eat I'd buy like 10 of them and then eat them all
in a day.
Maybe in 2 days.
All right, so I don't know if we have much more to say about Ad Astra, because honestly, I don't know if it had that much more to say about itself.
No,
Florian, would you recommend it, and is it Kino?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. People always say I'm too lukewarm on things. Well then.
Ad Astra, if you like slow, thoughtful science fiction with an emotional core to it rather than an explosive action set piece sort of thing, this is the movie for you. If that sounds boring as fuck, stay far away.
Your emotions? Who'd want to see that?
True.
No.
Yeah, that's why Inside Out was a huge flop. Everybody hates seeing emotions on screen.
Man, I hated that movie. That's probably why I always have such different opinions with everyone. Like, Whenever they're like a real emotional scene, get over it already. Jeez.
Wow. Oh, your whole family died. Whatever, man. Just live alone. It's easy.
Yeah, fucking hell. Batman, we've seen your family die enough. Get over it. Oh,
Well,
man.
Florian, we're gonna try to keep the Kino train a rolling every single Sunday on Twitch at around
man.
1 Eastern time. What
Can't
movie
wait.
should we Kino next week?
Oh, man, so many choices. Maybe we should watch all of the Star Wars movies
No, no, no,
just for
no, no, no.
you.
I want a new release. Is there anything? Is Knives Out gonna be out a week from now, or do we have to wait longer for Knives Out? I'm excited for that
Knives
one.
Out?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's the new Ryan Johnson movie.
Oh man, there's not much coming out in this cinema. There's Zombieland, and I don't want to see that. And then
No.
there's Midway? What is that?
That's it's like a watered down version of the Pearl Harbor movie, and it looks like complete
I
dog
gotta
shit.
see this. Oh no. Well, guess we'll finally get to watch the Butterfly Effect then.
Ah! No!
That's
Not
what you used to
Butterfly
bait me
Effect
in.
2.
The terrible one.
I'd rather watch Neverending Story 2. Is there really
Damn.
nothing in theaters next week? For real?
Not for me.
Oh
Not
my
in-
god. What is the
Well,
state
I
of
mean,
cinema?
if there's something for you, maybe I can find it somewhere else.
Okay, let's see. The chat has some suggestions. Charlie's Angels? Well,
I guess I'll have to see. Do you want to watch that?
no. No, I don't.
Damn.
It looks like Ben Saint wants to join us. Maybe next week we'll have Ben join us as the third host, and he can pick a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes the choice off us. Woo.
Ben Saint wants to watch Birth of a Nation. Okay, perfect. Let's.
Didn't you see that one already?
I've not seen Birth of a Nation. No.
Isn't that the one you reviewed with Earridge?
No, me and Asperger reviewed Death of a Nation, which was the porn parody of Birth of a Nation.
What? Are you for real?
A lot of neo-Nazis jerked off to that movie, so I'd say so.
Damn. So is Birth of a Nation new? No, it is not. Okay, so that means it'll be easy to watch. Neat.
No. It was a joke. It not watching Birth of a Nation. I don't want to watch that.
Why not? Aw.
No, it was a joke. It
What, is
sounds
this
horrible.
Wednesday coming or not? I don't know. Could be good. Well, that's the problem. You don't want to watch any of the movies I want to watch.
Really, Florian wants to watch Birth of a Nation? You really are from Austria, aren't you?
Well, what is it about?
It's the fucking Nazi propaganda movie, dude. Oh no, it's the anti black people movie, which is pretty much the same thing. It's like the KKK movie.
God, I swear you've reviewed this one already.
I haven't seen it, so I guess no.
So, Death of a Nation exists then. Oh, I guess that must have been. Yeah, okay, I remember you reviewed that one. That makes sense. Wow. There's Trump versus the other president. Okay.
Purported Anus says we should watch Triumph of the Will.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Oh, you're okay with the Birth of a Nation, but Triumph of the Will is where you you draw the line in the sand, dude.
Well, what's to say about it? I can find Nazis made a video where they look good. Who would have guessed?
Well, I guess we don't know what we'll be keynoing next week. We'll probably get Ben Saint on if he really wants to come. Looks like he was in the chat earlier. If Ben wants to choose a movie, then we can have a 3-way Kino session. How's that sound?
Kino threesome, woo!
All right, Florian, where can people find you online? Give us all your sexy plugs.
Yeah, check out GameSquid on YouTube and GameSquidable on Twitch. Follow all my game developments. It's gonna be great.
If you don't follow GameSquid on YouTube, Florian has been cranking out some top-notch animations lately that I've been not only impressed by, but it tickled my funny bone in ways. His bees video both made me disgusted and scared, but also crack up laughing. You should at least go check out his animated films. They're very good.
Yeah, thanks. You should definitely check those out. Oh man, talking about animations, I'm gonna make a a Kino tier list on my channel soon about animated stuff. I guess if you're all right with that.
Is Inside Out gonna be F tier?
It would be, but it's only about new stuff like BoJack Horseman. Oh, we
Oh
forgot about
shit!
that one. And well, Rick and Morty, which is coming out tomorrow. Holy shit!
Whoa! We can Kino the Rick and Morty season premiere.
Or maybe even tonight for you Americans.
Could
Damn.
be. Could
I
be.
mean, it should be. It said 10th of. I might be wrong. Holy shit! I can't wait for Rick and Morty.
Hey, my IQ is ready to be increased.
Haha. It's gonna
Wow.
be a
That's the
big
most
IQ
sarcastic
boner.
haha I've ever heard in my life.
Surely you can appreciate the true intellect of Rick and Morty. You've danced with the pickle Rick. You can do it.
Hey, as much as everybody memes on it, I mean, I love Rick and Morty as much as anybody else should. It's a good show. It's just also funny to make fun of the fan base. What are you gonna do?
Those poor fans, all they want is like the best quality of animation out there, and they're just getting shit on. Poor
So
pickle
sad.
Rick.
All right, everybody. That's the Kino 2019 roundup. We'll see you next week with Who Knows, and hopefully some actual worthwhile films will come out in the cinema. Hopefully, fucking soon, because maybe this is the bad time to bring it back. I want to
Let
see.
me know what you watch, and I'll watch it if I can.
Well, I'm looking forward to Knives Out. I'm looking forward to 1917. If Erich wants to join in for Star Wars, I would love to have him back on the show. Really, if he wants to join in for any episode.
Really?
I would love to have him on for the Ryan Johnson Knives Out episode, really. So we can finally positively discuss a Ryan Johnson film together. Hopefully.
But Monkey, on your Patreon, Singer, you said that you held a grudge against all those who wronged you.
Not
And now
wronged
you-
me. If I feel as though if people abandon me in my time of need, then fuck them. But
Well, that's
I'm also a
Erich,
generous,
isn't it?
kind-hearted young lad.
I feel like Erich abandoned you worst of all.
Well, he's still here today. He's in the chat. He's hanging out.
Holy shit, Erich is back.
Yeah, back in
Damn.
black.
Wow. Well, maybe he'll be revived. Damn. He knows threesome.
That's
Or, he-
that's one way to
Oh.
put it.
or will he just be a guest? Who knows?
For Is It Kino? I have been Yosemite Johnson, Monkey Percival.
Yeah, and I've been Florian Himsel.
See you next
Subscribe
time, folks.
for Kino. Goodbye.